So we recently decided to re-record a poem of yours titled The Stand.
Oh, The Stand, yes.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, The Stand was a track on an album, which Justin did the music for very nicely. He's always really, really good at doing music to poetry. He gets it, you know. And I think, from what I remember him saying, that he actually really liked the music as well. He was pleased with what he'd done, you know, he liked it a lot. So that was nice, you know, it's nice when somebody you're working with thinks it is. But it was just a track on an album. So for decades, I never thought about it. It never entered my consciousness. And then somebody said to me, "Have you ever looked on YouTube at your track, The Stand?" I said, "Why is my track, The Stand, on YouTube?" And he went, I think you should look." So it was quite a palaver in those days. We had to get the computer on and stuff. And I looked, and it had like thousands and thousands of likes. And it was just, I think it was a picture. There was a picture, and it was just the music, you know, the track playing in the background. It had thousands of likes, and I was getting royalty payments from Spain. I thought, this is weird. And but again, I didn't really think about it because I'm not the sort of person that dwells on things. So like something else had happened and I wandered off again. And then I think somebody else said to me, "You know, this is really, really popular in Spain." And I said, "No, it can't be. Why would it be really popular in Spain?" And it was one of those things that you don't really kind of quite believe. And then I started getting emails from very respected Spanish DJs who were doing remixes and, you know, little videos. Now, I'm not big on the DJ scene, so I wasn't aware that these guys were really, you know, famous and well respected, but they were very, very polite and nice, and they did beautiful remixes. And I thought, isn't this nice? Still didn't register at all. And then I realised then over time, as I started to look at the response to it on YouTube and social media and stuff like that, I began to understand that in Spain, that track had really struck a chord with people. I'm still to this day not quite sure why. I don't know, because I've never spoken really in depth to anybody, any Spanish people who really did love it, why it meant so much to them. But apparently it was played out at every disco. Would, you know, at one point would play out with this tune and the remixes and the, you know, the little videos and the this, that and the other. And I was so thrilled. I was absolutely, and I still am, absolutely made up. To think that, because you put art out, you just put it out there, you've no idea what is going to happen to it. You know, it could vanish, sink into the ocean, never be heard of again. You might have had a good time making it, but that's that. To think that people in a foreign country, to me, were listening to that track and it really, really meaning something to them, it just blows me away. It just does my head in. I can't cope with it. And then a very nice festival before the pandemic, called Dark Mad Festival. They contacted me from Spain and said, "Will you come and do The Stand?" And I was like, "Well, do you want anything else?" And they went, "No, not really." Just wanted to stand there and do it. And I was like, "Yeah, sure." I said, "You do realise I'm an old lady now, you know, I'm not like, you know, that young person anymore that did that." And they go, "We don't care, just stand there and do it." So, you know, so one day maybe, you know, when we can all travel again, I'll go and do it again. But I think I just want to thank all those people in Spain. I really do. I'm genuine about this. I want to thank them. I want to thank them for liking the piece of work that I made. And I don't know what it means to people in Spain, as I say, but I know what it was about. And many people have asked me what it's about. And it was about New Model Army on Top of the Pops. Because nobody could understand. everybody was going, "Oh my God, that's so amazing, you're on top of the pops, that's so wonderful." And they didn't understand what an awkward and unpleasant experience it was for true artists, real artists, to be involved in that level of corporate bullshit. Poets and artists and singers and real people making real art. And it was grim.
I mean, the poem's got a strong atmosphere, but it is a poem because you don't mention really per se what it's about and anything. It does leave it open. It's subjective. It leaves it open to interpretation.
And I welcome that. I welcome people putting their thoughts and feelings into it, because that is part of the DIY collaborative thing that I always wanted. I welcome them to do that. Please do that. You know, what it means to you is what it means to you. That's the whole point of it. The whole point of everything I make is that the audience members, the listeners, the readers contribute as much with their feelings and emotions and responses as I did making it.
And we're going to hear it now.
It was inevitable, I suppose. I mean, it had been building up for weeks. No one could talk about anything else, just going over it and over it and over it. Honest, I was sick to death of it all. But you know how people are about things like this. It's all, what did he say? Did he? The bastard. I'm not standing for that. And just who do they think they are? They can't push us around, can they, lads? In the end, I suppose there wasn't any choice. I blame them, though. In my opinion, it was need or nag. Well, they wouldn't let it drop. Of course, they're not stupid. Stands to reason. Never underestimate your enemy's intelligence, as they say. Oh, they knew what was what, no doubt about it. Dead cunning, them. Got what they wanted in the end, I suppose. We just couldn't resist. After, when it was all over and we picked ourselves up, injuries all round, but nothing you could really show, we made the best of it, like you do, you know. Wasn't as bad as all that, eh? They'll know who's boss now, eh? Well, we showed them a thing or two. That sort of thing, but I don't know. Things weren't the same afterwards. I don't know. It's not that we'd done anything we'd said we wouldn't. I just think we hadn't imagined it would be that dirty. We thought it'd be a bit of a joke, but it wasn't like that after a while. It was us they had jumping through the hoops. We were the performing poodles grabbing at the bait, not them. It was all, well, degrading, if you see what I mean. Oh, everyone rushed around congratulating us. You won! You won! It was great! You were great! People just didn't understand how we felt. So, we just let on everything was fine. I don't know. All I can say is, I don't think we betrayed anyone, did we, eh? No, I don't think we let anyone down. Except maybe us.